Alright, so I'm 19 years old, gonna be 20 soon actually, which I'm a little nervous about, side note, but I'm planning on writing a book this year. And I'm just gonna talk about in this video why I wanna do it, what I might wanna write about. It's such an abstract idea at this point that don't take anything very literally, but I like to put my ideas out into the world, and then that's my form of external commitment. I've been doing that for a while, and it helps me get stuff done. So this video, I'm just going to talk about writing a book. So I've always found it fascinating to write a book. One, because I think Charlie Munger has a quote, famous investor, Warren Buffett's partner. He says that there's only two ways to make a long-lasting impact on the world. It's to write a book, or it's to be good enough that other people write books about you. So I'm definitely not the latter option. Maybe, I don't know. Nobody knows who I am, so nobody's gonna write a book about me. But I can certainly write a book, and even if it's just for fun, I think waking up and putting creative energy into something like a book will be really, really fun. Also, Alex Hormozi, he's the only guy I know that talks about the book writing process. He talks about how much work it is. I have a slight concern that it might encroach on my business productivity. And so if I can find a way to do it daily without harming other more higher priority business activity, then I think it'll be great. Which, off the top of my head, if I write for an hour a day, worst case scenario, that's just a fun, creative activity for me. Now, I do see that I'll have a lot on my plate. I'll be in college. I'll be running my lifestyle coaching business, the fitness coaching, Atomic Lifestyle. If you want a free program, it's on my website. Quick plug. And then I'll also be working out. I'll also be doing jiu-jitsu. I have this idea that I'm going to have much more free time just because right now, full-time sales, 10 hours a day at least. So I have this optimistic view that when I'm done with all of this, I'm going to have an extra time, which I will, but at the same time I won't, because my plan is just to allocate my time that I'm using now towards my own business so that it can scale and I can better help my clients. So that's where my head's at, but I just have this cool ambition, or really fiery ambition, to write a book. And I know that the first book I write is not going to be a bestseller, and that's not my intention at all. I think it is so fun to write a book. I love writing, and I've never put it into a big enough piece of work that I would share it with anyone. And a lot of my writing is I put my thoughts onto paper, journal style. But if I can make a book that could somehow help someone and I could publish it, I would love to do that. I don't know what that process looks like, but I think that'd be awesome. I think that a lot of people will say, oh, you're too young to write a book. You haven't experienced much of life yet. Bro, I was watching this video yesterday. There's this business guy. I don't know his background, but he was analyzing. He always goes on and nitpicks other business owners in the social media space that are making money. I think his name's Aria. And there's this kid who has millions of followers, and he's a self-acclaimed millionaire. It's hard to pinpoint exactly how much money this kid has, but he's 20 years old. He's a millionaire, allegedly, and this guy was bashing him for selling a course because he's 20 years old. What could he possibly know about blank? I just don't agree with that. I think this kid has 4 million followers. He's built multiple social media accounts. Yes, he might be an idiot, but that's the funny thing about social media specifically. You can be an idiot at everything else and excel at it. That's why I think if you are a smart person, why would you not be on social media and learn how to leverage it? But that's besides the fact. I don't think age is pivotal. In fact, the biggest things that were ever done, the most influential acts that were done by young people. They just didn't get recognized until they were older. So you gotta be doing stuff. It's normal to be doing stuff when you're young if you're going for greatness. And that's That's what I'm going for. I just want to have fun with this stuff. I want to have fun with business. I want to have fun writing books. I want to have fun with being a happier person. I want to have fun with going to the gym. I just want to enjoy everything. And yes, there's a strategy to all of this that, if applied, would grant the most success. But at the same time, I feel like you become very effective when you have fun with something. There's a book, it's not my favorite book on this topic, but it's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I think it's Mark Mason Swanson, something like that. It's an orange book, and it's not perfect for me. I think it misses some concepts and it's a little bit extreme, but it did open my mind to the fact that there is a benefit to what's it called? Sorry, that threw me off, but that was kind of funny. It was green for 2 seconds and these guys were honking at me. But there's a benefit to being detached from the outcome, and I've seen that. There's a balance, though. You don't want to be too far detached where you literally don't care at all. There has to be some desire. But there's benefits to... Sorry, this road is just insane. Dude, what the fuck? Everyone is so angry in the morning. There's a semi next to me, so I was kind of veering slightly right because this one's veering slightly towards me. Anyhow, by the way, driving's an excellent time to practice self-composure. If something can make you mad, it has control over you. So really the more difficult thing to do and the stronger thing to do is to just not give a single fuck, which is very on topic. So this book, opened me the idea that when you don't care as much, you perform and you make decisions that grant a better outcome. So I remember this specifically when I was selling my first few coaching programs that I'm currently fulfilling right now. I was selling I'm not super expensive, but it's a mid-ticket program offer. And I remember going into it being a little bit nervous at first, but then the reframe was that, dude, even getting told no is a good outcome. I'm gonna learn either way. It's win or learn. So I went into it with that, and I think it carried into my sales pitch and actually helped me sell. So my point, connecting it back to the book, if I write this book in a way that I don't have any expectations, I think I'm going to produce my best work. So if you're young and you want to write a book, write it. Are we really trying to be famous? Do we have to be the best at everything to have fun with it? I'm certainly not trying to be the best author ever. I literally want to write a book because I just want to write one. I just think it'd be fun, and if it does well, cool, but there's a 99.9% chance that it won't. It's not going to promote and advertise the book like my life's mission, because I'm not trying to profit from the book, which is going to help me write better. Anyhow, if you have anything you're trying to do, but you think you're not ready for it, that's bullshit. When I started YouTube, I made 100 videos of whatever the hell it was. You can go back and look at it. They didn't pertain to what my channel's about at all. But I just did it because every master was once a disaster. And it's just, hey, how fast can I get through these terrible repetitions so that I'm good? Same with a book. It's not going to be the only book I'm going to write. It might be a short book. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. I hope this video was helpful. Have a good day.